Baruch Dayan Ha'emet, we praise the Judge of Truth. If you have a cell phone, my eyes are not so good, Matt. So turn off your cell phone or set it to stun so that it doesn't go off. Baruch Dayan Ha'emet, we praise the Judge of Truth. We begin with Psalm 121 because it reminds us of nature, reminds us of God above, reminds us of things growing in the ground. And Esai enai el haharim me'ayin yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. Al yitein lamot raglecha, al yanum shomrecha. Hine lo yanum v'lo yishan shomer Yisrael. Adonai shomrecha, Adonai tzilcha al yad yaminecha. Yomam hashemesh lo yakeka v'yarech belayla. Adonai shmarcha mikol ra, yishmor et nafshecha. Adonai shmar tzedcha v'oecha me'ata v'ad olam. I lift my eyes to the mountains. What is the source of my help? My help comes from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your protector will not slumber. See, the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. The Lord is your guardian. He is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will guard you from all harm. He will guard your soul, your going and your coming, now and forever. Death has taken your beloved Beatrisa Tenenbaum. Our friends grieve in their darkened world. In their silence there is lamentation. In their tears there is loneliness. Lost in their sorrow may they find the presence of loving friends. Hear them, O God, and be with them. For Beatrisa's love that united people in life and which death cannot sever. For her companionship that was shared along life's path and which continues through the tenderness of memory. For the gifts of her heart and mind that brought joy and happiness and is now a precious remembrance. For all of these things and more, we give our thanks to God. It is a time of grief, and so we listen to the voice of our sacred scriptures. It tells us of the ever-new message of God's nearness. It tells us of our kinship with the Creator, in light as in darkness, in joy as in sorrow, in life as in death. Together in the English, we recite the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. It is a privilege to call forward Misha to speak words of his dear mother.
Я буду говорить на русском и постараюсь быть очень краток. Мои друзья, которые собрались тут и которых, к сожалению, тут нету, все знали маму, потому что мы встречались. Очень трудно уместить 85 лет в несколько минут. знаю, несколько минут дадут что-нибудь или нет, но мы прощаемся сегодня с женой, мамой, мамой-ин-ло, бабушкой, прабабушкой и другом. Специфический друг, но друг. И я даже не знаю, о чем говорить, между нами говоря, но я дам несколько примеров, чтобы вы понимали, кем была мама, по крайней мере для меня. Значит, до 5 лет я в садик не ходил, я был с мамой дома. Вот. И так получилось, что в силу определенных обстоятельств я учился в институте в Ростове. Я до сих пор помню название поезда, который назывался «Каштан», и имел номера 25-26 и шел из Киева в Кисловодск. И мама каждую неделю или каждые 2 недели, не реже, передавала посылки с проводниками. Вот номер вагона я не помню. Вот. А когда мы уезжали, мы решили отправить багаж, 1 контейнер, и на те дни, что у нас было scheduled, как раз закрыли таможню. И мы уезжали без багажа. Значит, мама, наверное, единственный человек, который умудрилась, уезжая в Израиль, отправить 1 контейнер в Израиль и 1 в Штаты. Другое дело, что он пришел разбитый, но попробуйте, вы уезжаете в одну страну, а вы отсылаете контейнеры в 2 разные. Вот. А всего не вспомнишь, но я вспоминаю тот момент, я что-то пришел к ним, и она говорит: возьми клубнику. Я говорю: ты знаешь, я не хочу. И она сказала фразу, она меня тогда как-то шокировала. Я еще не знал, что я буду шокирован не 1 раз по поводу этой фразы. Она сказала: кушай, пока можешь. По иронии судьбы, мама не кушала и не пила. У меня все как 1 день, но я представляю, что она не кушала и не пила в последние 7 дней. Вообще ничего. Она была на капельнице. К сожалению, это взяло годы, ее с годами, последние годы, это не последние годы, это очень длинный процесс, наверное, 10 лет, ее здоровье все время шло вниз. В 2009 ей поставили 1-й пейсмейкер, а в 2013 Папирова настояла, чтобы мы поставили усовершенствованный пейсмейкер. И если 1-й пейсмейкер поставить заняло 45 минут, то 2-й усовершенствованный операция длилась 5,5 часов. Зачем это было сделано, никто не знает, но Папирова сказала: у тебя нет другого выхода, ты должен это сделать. А летом 2013-го начались серьезные разговоры по поводу диализа. И ее решение было отклонить это. Я ее полностью суппортил на это decision. И мы умудрились 4 года, мы, врачи, я и она сама, в первую очередь, мы умудрились прожить без диализа 4 года. К сожалению, в районе 10 июля ее состояние резко ухудшилось. И после этого дня она уже никогда не была у себя дома. Причем она задавала вопрос: почему меня? Это был вполне резонный вопрос: почему меня не пускают ко мне домой? Она была в таком состоянии, что мы не могли ее взять домой. Вот такая ситуация. Знаете, человек рождается, растет, радуется, плачет, смеется, дружит, влюбляется. влюбляется, любит, дарует жизнь другому человеку, болеет, переживает. Это все в пределах lifespan. И, к сожалению, наступает момент, когда человека больше нет. Все, нету. Но этот человек остается в памяти тех людей, с которыми он соприкасался по жизни, шел по жизни, дружил, вот, которые его знали. И, конечно, в моей жизни мама, как друг, это неизгладимый след и невосполнимая потеря. И я думаю, что в сердцах и в памяти людей, которые ее знали, она запомнится прекрасным человеком.
And to those words, let us, they're spoken as a prayer, let us say, Amen. So we gather to lay to rest the body of your dear Beatrisa Tenenbaum. She was a designer in her working years, and she would work on agricultural equipment. And of course, without this kind of equipment, people don't eat, they don't harvest, they don't plant. And as Michael was speaking about his mother, a Torah portion came to mind. I was reminded, in the next week, we begin the Torah all over again. The book of Genesis, the very beginning. And it's the story of creation. It's the grand design of our universe and of humanity. It's a proclamation of meaning and purpose. Our ancestors attempted to articulate the essential nature of the world and of God and of people. And with creation, we have a beautiful vision. Everything is in order, everything is good, everything works, no problems. The world begins in the Hebrew tohu vavohu, which means it is null, it's void, it's filled with nothing, and then God wrestles everything into place and crowns it with a day of rest, the Shabbat, the day of rest. So rest and wholeness and peace is what we have in the end of chapter 1. But of course, life doesn't look like that most of the time in our personal lives and in the life of a country or the life of a city. It's very rarely rest and wholeness and peace. So chapter 2 in Genesis is a very important teaching, because there we get a different view of creation. It ends with not yet. Not yet. Good. Hey, Nivanusia. Not yet. And in our lives, we have much not yet. We have family relations, and we have work relations, and we try very hard to make everything restful and beautiful and peaceful. But we realize that it's the not yet. And so in life, we have to work to make the not yet into the much more beautiful. And this is what your dear Beatrisa tried to do. She tried to work with people. She tried to bring comfort and peace, and she did pretty well. It is a big challenge, and she did the best that she could. She was born in Kiev on October 4th, 1932. She was the only child of Michael and Anna Rosenfeld. They are both of blessed memory. Beatrisa and Leonid met at a party. Was this at Beatrisa's apartment, you said? A couple of guys showed up, and Leonid was there with them, and he stayed, and he took his hat that he was wearing, and he put it on the chair, and he sat down on the hat to hide the hat. Why would he want to hide the hat? He hid the hat because then when it was time to go, he said, I can't go, I can't find my hat. And the people that he came with, they were looking in the apartment for the hat, they were looking in the apartment for the hat, they couldn't find it. Then he got up and he said, oh, here it is. He got to spend extra time with Beatrisa that way. And they started to date. And Misha said, and then I got my life. Well, yeah, they got married first, and then you got your life. They were married August 10th, 1955, and they shared a marriage of 62 years. Kenahora. It's a wonderful thing to be married so many years. Blessed with one son, 2 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. The son, Michael, Misha, and his dear wife, Ina, and the grandsons, Alex and Vlad. Alex is married to Amanda. And then 2 great-grandsons, Simon and Patrick. Simon Alexander and Patrick Michael. Misha said that his mother was a designer until he was age 5. He said, I was at home and she was with me. And after she got a job, and for the rest of her life, she was working for one organization. She participated in the design of agricultural machinery. She retired at the age of 55 in 1987. He said, we came to America at the end of March in 1990. Ina, the children, and me. My parents arrived in Israel the end of March in 1990. We had a visa for 4 of us, but not for them. So they didn't know anybody in Israel. And finally, in 1995, we became citizens. And then in 1996, they came here, which was a blessing. She liked cooking. She made French fries, homemade French fries, and steaks. And she and Leonid shared their apartment for many, many years until she went into the nursing home. As you know, her health declined for a number of years. And just in the last few years really began to seriously decline. There's no reason to go through the whole litany of things. She was in and out of the hospital, and from July 10th, it was a very difficult time. And although she was in pain, of course, thankfully she was not in unbearable pain. On Sunday night, she breathed her last. And now, just like at the beginning in Genesis chapter 1, where it ends in rest and wholeness and peace, now for Beatrisa, it's now a time of rest and wholeness and peace for her. There's no pain. There's no more deterioration of her body. Her soul returns to God to be with the ancestors of our people and her dear family. We learn this in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. The dust returns to the earth as it was. The spirit returns to God who gave it. One day, all of our souls return to God, and it is a time called Olam Haba, the world to come. It's not a place, it's a time. It's an eternal time. And so you will be together, Leonid, with your dear wife in a spiritual existence, Olam Haba, in the world to come. That is our hope. The family has allowed us to send along a couple of prayer books, old prayer books with her. It's a mitzvah to escort the body of your loved one to its final resting place and also to provide a respectful burial for holy books of our tradition and holy books of our heritage. You have many, many memories of Beatrisa, and we give thanks to God for this gift of life. Pretty long life, 84, almost 85. We would have hoped for more, many more. However, we needed them to be in good health. As you think of her, be a good friend and be kinder and more thoughtful of others. Do some good cooking. The food is always good. And let us do these things in her loving memory. And so we conclude with words from the first chapter of the book of Job. Adonai natan v'Adonai lakach, yehi shem Adonai mevarach. The Lord hath given, the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru yimru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. May God, who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, cause peace to rain down upon us, upon all Israel, and upon the soul of our dear Beatrisa Tenenbaum. And let us say, Amen. Please rise for the El Malei Rachamim prayer. Into your care, O God, we entrust the spirit of our dear Beatrisa Tenenbaum. For you keep faith with your children in death as in life. Sustain us that we may meet with serenity the mysteries that lie ahead, knowing that when we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you, O God, are with us, a loving friend in whom we put our trust. You are the light of our life, our hope in eternity. El Malei Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Hametzeh menucha nechona, Tachat kanfei hashchina, Im kedoshim u'tohorim, Kezohar ha'kiem asirim, Et nishmat Beatrisa Tenenbaum, Shalach al olama, Ba'al harachamim, Yastibreha b'seta kanafav leholamim, Vayitzroh b'tzroh ha'chaim, Et nishmata, Adonai hu nachalata, V'tanuach b'shalom al mishkava, V'nomar Amen. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to Beatrisa Tenenbaum, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let her find refuge in the shadow of your wings, and let her soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is her inheritance. May she rest in peace, and let us say, Amen. Now the director will come forward and give us instructions as we will go in procession to Mount Olive Cemetery.